children. Hello, Baron. How are you?
Good and yourself, Mr. Popcorn.
Excuse me. Hello, Peter Walkden. Thank you again. How are you? Tell us below at Evil Popcorn Pod. Yeah. Thank you for those who have reached out as well. There was someone on Facebook and someone on YouTube. Neither of them lived in Brisbane, so they couldn't come to Cabin 13. And funny thing, though, is, Baron, is that they didn't engage, but one of them they both left 6 comments on the respective platforms.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you for doing that. And also, before I forget, Malaise, however you want to say it, House of the Devil, our 1896 film.
Yes.
It was lost until 1988 in New Zealand. So there you go. For New Zealand, keeping horror alive. Yeah, quite literally. Yeah. Because that was the only print. Yeah, at that point. Yeah, forgot the other night, wanted to mention. What are we watching tonight? Well, what are we talking about tonight there, Baron? Shall I say? Are you ready to go? I'm not rushing you or anything.
I am indeed ready to go.
Look.
So we are talking about our Walkden Entertainment, Walkden Publicity provided link to a film called Neighborhood Watch, starring Negan from The Walking Dead and Wee Huey from The Boys.
Is that Negan, is it?
Yeah. Or if you're a fan of The Watchmen, it's the comedian from Zack Snyder's The Watchmen.
That's better for me. I stopped watching a long time before Negan shows up on the scene there, children.
Yeah,
just for context there. But the comedian's a fantastic character. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he does pull it off. Was that in the TV show or movie, did you say? For Negan, whatever the actor's called again.
Yes.
For the comedian, was it movie or show?
Movie.
Movie. Okay.
I was thinking Walking Dead, and then there's no movie of that. What am I doing? What happened?
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
An alternate reality. Yes. But I have a correctile dysfunction. I mentioned that the actor that played Norman Bates in the Bates Motel TV series was Nicholas Hoult. I was incorrect. It's Freddie Highmore.
Okay. Do you know him from something else?
Yes, Freddie Highmore I've seen in a bunch of stuff. There's a TV show on the Sci-Fi Channel called Alphas. And I think he's in a TV show at the moment called The Good Doctor, where he plays a kind of ADHD young doctor that's like a genius.
I've heard that. I've heard about that. That's got a bit of a following. Yeah. Okay, cool. That's correct. Dysfunction.
I got that wrong. Yeah. So yes. But yes, no, we're doing this movie called Neighborhood Watch.
It comes out
surprising.
October the 22nd.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll let you know what platform. I actually don't know which platform yet. Just know it's under embargo there. So thank you for the preview. Yeah, absolutely there, Peter, as always. Do appreciate. And this one was surprising. I really liked it. Just general thoughts before the children go to bed.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed it as well. For our Australian our non-American children, this is spelt the American way without the U in neighborhood. So just if you're looking for it, Neighborhood without the U, because if you put the U in, you get a short film from 2024.
Yeah. So who are three main players? Well, who are our 2 main players again?
Well, our main players are Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Jack Quaid. They're the actors. Jeffrey Dean Morgan plays Ed, who is a semi-retired, fired, pensioned campus security guard for a university. And Jack Quaid is playing Simon McNally, who has significant mental issues that prevent him from being in inverted commas, productive member of society.
Absolutely. Now, just quickly before I gush over Quaid's performance, Jack's performance in this, what were your general thoughts? Sorry.
Well, okay. So going into it, I didn't watch any trailers or anything.
Oh, I was blind. Yeah.
So I was expecting maybe a bit of a buddy cop film where they're not actually cops. And it's just like, two bumbling guys that aren't cops solve crime.
I was expecting a kind of mid-tier kind of suspenseful drama, bit of crime, abduction, the unrelenting hero, not the unrelenting, sorry, the unwitting hero, you know what I mean? Your Doctor Who type.
Yeah.
as what Quaid was going to portray, but a completely different characterization with
Yeah.
Jack, with
100%.
Simon here, Simon's
Yeah.
characterization by Jack Quaid. And I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Before we go deep into it, I just thought it was really good, and I thought it was a very respectful way to show it and wonderfully portrayed by Quaid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look, and sensitively and subtly played as well.
Absolutely. That's what I meant. That's what I mean in the respect sense as well. It wasn't a caricature. It wasn't over the top. It wasn't trying to do Brad Pitt and 12 Monkeys or anything like that. There were certain little visual representations on the screen showing what it's like inside his head.
Yep.
I thought that was wonderfully done. It was such a simple, effective way to communicate what it's really like. He has, I don't know what is that called, that book? The DSMV, whatever it is, that big book of medical diagnosis, that the health industry use like a Bible. Multiple personality disorder. Is it stated as such that he has that in this?
No, I think he's okay. So from the markers, it's not specified what it is exactly that he has. From context clues, he has ADHD. He's autistic. He also has PTSD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's certainly clinical.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not just in his head, even though
just to start with. Yeah.
Even though it's just in his head, it's not just in his head.
Yeah.
What I really liked about this was that they didn't treat it. It didn't become a superpower.
No.
So often these characters will have some sort of quirk that makes it a superpower for the purposes of the film. Throughout, this was something that was holding him back.
Yes, absolutely. That's a good point to say in 2025. Yeah. Was quite often the easy lean to the superpower. Yeah. No shade on it, but it's a trope unto itself, definitely.
Yeah.
Director wise, do we know much about the director? I know he did Choke, which is based on a Chuck Palahniuk. That's the guy who wrote Fight Club.
Yes.
I haven't seen Choke though, but I've heard, that's a Chuck Palahniuk movie, if you know what I'm saying, if you know the author's style.
Yeah.
No other experience or recognition with him. What about yourself?
So it's Duncan Skiles. I first became aware of Duncan Skiles when he was named as part of the RoboCop remake from 2014. When I say RoboCop remake, I don't mean a studio one. I mean where individual directors took scenes from RoboCop, filmed their own version, and then the film was edited together.
I was wondering if you knew about that movie, because I did see that on IMDb there, the JPEG. Yeah. Worth a watch?
It's
if you're into RoboCop.
It's jarring because of the rapid change of directorial styles throughout, but it is fascinating.
Do you know about the one that if you type in a certain link, a certain URL, you come up, I think that's what it is, you come up with a reimagining of RoboCop that's, let's just say, adult in nature. Really silly and really over the top, leaning into male graphicness in terms of anatomy. Okay. Have you heard about that?
Let me guess. I'm pretty good at naming these things. Is it RoboCock?
No, it's not that.
Oh, okay.
It's like a longer sentence. It's like, this is my remake of RoboCop or something like that. It's just something I stumbled across one day on Facebook. I went, whoops. No, that is,
I'm not aware of it, but it doesn't surprise me in the slightest.
I digress, though. Now, what was our glorified to the point of psychosis with our security guard? What was he, a college security guard who thought he was like Matlock or Jack Bauer from 24?
He was the director. It makes it very clear that he was the director of guards.
Now, what was the actor's name again, just finally?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Okay, and what was his character's name again?
Ed.
Well, what do we think of Ed? Because I loved the pairing of the two, because he's deluded.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just like a sane delusion as opposed to Simon's actual delusions he's having to deal with. You know what I mean? What do you think of that?
I think it's interesting that he was also competent. He competently picks a lock. He's able to determine when people are lying or telling the truth. He knows when to get out of places. Like he didn't stumble through this. Mm-hmm. Situations occurred to him that were out of his control, but he made his way through. It wasn't luck. It wasn't the get smart thing where I'm just going to bumble through through this and survive. He wasn't Inspector Clouseau.
Do you think he was hard pressed on a little bit by life and society, even though his delusion is that he refuses to accept that the fact that he's just a security guard? Yeah. He sees himself as much more. That's fair to say. But do you think he was hard pressed on a little bit? Because he is he's a like what the kids would call an unk. You know what I mean? He has a lot of traditional values that he refuses to let go of, though, as well. So he's not the easiest person to get along with. But what I liked about this is that Simon, the mentally unwell character, is not easy to get along with all the time either. Yeah. They show him as a lot as well. They show it's very real. Yeah.
This is not whimsical autism with a superpower. This is what it looks like for a lot of people. And I've met people like Simon who make it's very difficult for them to get through life because of the challenges that are coming from within.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jackie Boy did such a good job showing the torment from within sort of thing, and the disheveled look he brought to, because he brought to the table to begin with, and just the inner torment in his eyes, just even looking at him at IMDb here, his eyes, he's not having a good time.
No.
This whole movie, but you root for him though, even though at times he makes a social scene, a faux pas, that sort of thing in the bank, etc. But you do root for him, and that's what I really like about this movie overall, because I've pretty much come to the end of my likes through saying this. Characterizations were great, portrayal of and the dynamics between the characters were great. Portrayal of mental illness was excellent, on every level. What was my third one?
While you're looking, I've got my biggest like in this was the point of connection between them of the pen, the clicking of the pen. That was beautifully lampshaded and then revealed throughout, and then it came to a head, and it was a really nice moment.
The callbacks in this are great to set up further plot development and that sort of thing. Just everyday life things that presented as initially, become so much more. Excellent. The intent of the characters, especially from Simon. I remember Madam, the Russian Madam, with the goons. Why do you give an F? Because
why?
Just because.
Yeah.
And just almost the aggression behind that. Just because, okay?
Yeah.
And I love that. Yeah. That's puck. Kind as fuck. Kind as fuck. Yeah. Is that, well, do you have other likes you want to specify?
I really liked the cops in this.
Okay.
They didn't just become the propelling force behind them. When they realized that there was actually something to this, they became an additional force with the main characters, just slightly behind them. Like when they turn up to the car graveyard and the guy's there gaffer taped to the chair, it could in a different film they'd have let him go, and then they'd have still been chasing our two main characters for the murder. But no, the cop picks up the passports and goes, "Oh, so these," and then the guy just goes quiet, and it was a really nice moment.
I'm with you. Yeah, it was really good. Because I mean, there are violent moments in this. Horror film, no, but
dark,
yes. Sometimes to the point of being adjacent to it, because the further in they go into this, let's just say, because it's not even out yet, just keep that in mind, down this criminal spiral, that's where the violence comes out. But again, it's not willing, it's unwilling, the unwilling hero, and the reluctant, older, capable guy with the somewhat questionable, at first, values. But buddy cop tropes do come out in this, because he grows through his relationship with Simon, and as does Simon grow with the relationship through Ed. I liked all that in this.
And like the little moment at the end with the policewoman, with the detective, just patting him on the shoulder and saying, "You did good."
We've got your handcuffs on you. But you did good. I like that.
And like this the moment they have that moment across between the two cars, and it's just, we needed nothing else. We don't need to see the trial. We don't need to see his reunion with his sister. It was a beautiful cap to this film. So I'd have to give props to Sean Farley, who's the writer, who has only written this.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, write more. Because, the callbacks are absolutely great. What did I write down here? I mean, we'll say it now because this is one of film, I think, talking about this is coming out after it's released. To link backs, the clock is, what is it called?
The Rock is a
The clock.
no, but he was saying the Rock is a thing because he was doing the word salad.
The Rock is an island? No, the Rock is an island. The Rock is non sequitur. The Rock is a non sequitur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
That was the only moment that
The Rock is, I've got it down here, sorry. The Rock is a vessel. The Rock is a vessel. And then the clock is a Vanderton.
Yeah.
And remember he talked about, he saw that the was a safe before, and Ed says, yes, all Vanderton clocks. It's an extra bonus feature, nifty wee feature to it. Bonus feature. Yeah. And then that comes back later in the film to propel the plot.
Yeah.
Yeah. A milkshake. The link back from milkshake. What was the milkshake? The card.
Yes, the card, and he gives it to the bus driver.
Yeah, it was the diner, and you'll get a free milk, and you'll get a free
milkshake.
You can definitely have a free milkshake. We'll leave that to you watch the film if you're just listening along. Of course, you've gone to bed now, children. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
The clock for me was the only moment of like a Deus ex machina or a MacGuffin that felt a little bit forced. So it was just coincidental that Ed has the clock safe and the bad guy has the clock safe on the wall at the car yard.
Okay.
Like it's the same model.
I do get you. And that they kind of relied on that rather than building up. As they went further down the criminal spiral, there was no building up of the set pieces or really the hierarchy of the characters to lend itself to the bigger, grander set pieces. You know what I mean? Bigger bosses, more palatial.
Yeah.
And I think, but that's one of my dislikes. The mechanics of the crime drama itself didn't really go anywhere, except to an expected place, which was fine. But there was no real kind of other kind of twists or angles to it that gave it that real grit. It was relying on the character dynamic between Simon and Ed. It doesn't bring it down hugely, but it won't rate it highly for me.
Yeah.
And I think was that the only dislike? Yeah, pretty much. Couldn't really think of anything else. What about yourself, Baron?
No, the clock was the only thing that felt out of place to me. I mean, and no doubt, looking at it, it was exactly the same prop. They just took it from one wall and put it on the other. So they had one of
sure. Yeah, I was going to say it's a budget thing as well. Why they didn't go grander with it as well. They leaned more heavily into the characterization. But that's why this movie is way better than you expect for this type of film, this tier of film. You know what I mean? Basically a suspense drama that is a character study more than an expose of look what we can do. It's more like look what we're capable of writing and forming. Yeah. Not you get what I mean. Yeah.
But I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed this more than I expected to.
Way more. And Jack Quaid, it was Jack Quaid's performance for me. Yeah. That's the cherry on top. That is the cherry on top.
Yeah.
Wanted to point out a few more things that when he was saying, what's it like inside your head with all the voices?
The car radio. Whoa.
Maybe that's where I got the multiple. Yeah, that is where I got the multiple personality disorder idea from.
Yeah.
And then, he's detuning us on purpose and changing the volume in and out to the point that Ed can't stand it. This is what it's like. Perfect way to show it. Yeah.
Yeah. And a really good metaphor that anyone can understand.
Anyone can understand. Yes. So, what was the writer's name again?
Sean Farley.
Yeah. Write more, please, Sean. And watch this, children. I mean, and this is Jack Quaid becoming a better actor before our eyes. I've talked about before, like when they're not doing the bigger horror films or Marvel or whatever, these actors are doing these type of films. So thank you, Walkden, for showing us, because I'm a fan of Jack Quaid now, absolutely, and getting to see these films, because this could have easily passed me by. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah. So it's good to see actors at their craft. That's why I'm going to rate it definitely a 3.75. Okay. It's not quite if it did manage to get a bit grander with it, a bit more crime, broaden the crime scope, the criminal scope to it, it would lean to a 4, but definitely a 3.75. Baron?
I come in at a 4. Yeah, the only thing that stuck out to me as a negative was just the reuse of the clock. And that's not from a budget perspective, that's just from a story perspective. The fact that the guy had the exact same model is odd to me. Like if you had two that were slightly different or different colors or something something like
Yeah,
that,
okay.
it wouldn't have stuck out to me as much. But it was because it was exactly the
Yeah.
same. It takes that point off.
Yeah, fair. And that's an easy production design detail to just quickly tweak. Yeah. So that's fair.
Yeah,
But
make it
still
silver instead of gold, or make it red instead of brown, or whatever.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah. But 3.75 to a 4, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah, that's definitely a
Satisfying.
recommendation. Yeah, very satisfying. Quite delicious even.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you again, Peter Walkden Entertainment. Check
really
them out
appreciate it.
online on Instagram. Check us out at Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and wherever you listen, of course. What's the time there, Baron?
It is 8:45.
And you've got a hard out at 9:30. I'll edit this bit out, of course. Did you want to do what we've seen, plugs? What was the other one? That's it, isn't it? Because I just did
let's
the
just
social media.
We can do the plugs and stuff. That's fine.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe fit the other episode in. It'd still be squashing it. Okay. So back to 3, 2, 1. So that's the episode. That was the film review. That's not the episode. Barrett, do you know what you've been watching? Like,
what
do you
have I
it
been
up in front of?
I was taking your example, and I was rewatching the Halloween films.
Oh, nice. Yep.
So I'm up to Halloween 5 at the moment. I finished watching the Puppet Master films. I still have Puppet Master versus the Demonic Toys to watch, but that's
Okay.
opening another can of worms.
Yep. It is.
What else have I been watching? Haunted Hotel was very good. I finished that season.
Mm-hmm.
And there's I know you're not a big fan of the crime procedurals, but if anyone's watching this for the crime procedural part of it, there's a really good show on TV at the moment called High Potential. It's an American show, but it's based on a French product. So it's got some slightly non-American sort of themes to it. It's very good.
Okay. Always refreshing. Is that your list?
Yeah, that's my list, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not a lot of films of late because I've just been watching the TV shows, really, is just what I wanted to point out. What We Do in the Shadows, I've been binging the hell out of that. There's 6 seasons. I'm up to season 4, episode 5. So I've been making my way through that. And that's where you get the new Colin. You know, that's all I'll say for those who haven't seen. The new Colin.
Young Colin.
Yeah. Alison Borderland, I said that I'd finished it off. That's where I pretty much touched on last time. I don't know if I mentioned Alejandro Jodorowsky's Dune, the documentary on the greatest movie that was never made. Did I talk about that last time?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. So what I'll mention then for now is 47 meters down, because we've talked about sharks on this podcast before.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. It's a good movie within the movie. Have you seen it?
No, not yet. It's on my list, though.
Okay. It's a good movie within the movie. Goes for a slow burn, goes for a more arty style. I'll talk to you later whether I feel that it pulls it off or not once you've watched it, because I want to touch on this again.
Okay.
If you like shark movies,
I do.
And if you're a shark completionist, their children, horror's crazy. Definitely check it out. I do definitely think it's worth a watch. Yeah. So
I did have one other thing.
Please.
I went to see Good Boy at the cinema, the movie from the movie from the perspective of the dog.
Mm-hmm. Of course.
If you are going to it expecting like a slasher or something like that, probably best not to. I won't reveal why, but it is very much in our wheelhouse. It is definitely a horror film. It is dark. It's horrific.
Oh, is it?
It's scary.
Okay.
The sound is discordant. The story is really good. I will reveal one spoiler, but only because the director revealed it very early on.
Okay.
The main dog, Indy, that is there throughout, survives the film. But it is probably one of the most affecting films that I've seen at the cinema in a long time.
Okay, I will ask a question. This may be the first time I ever say anything that gets me in pseudo trouble on the pod. Is this movie just made for dog fanatics?
No.
Yeah.
No.
You know why I asked that with all
Yes.
due respect, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the central spine of this movie, of the movie Good Boy, is loft.
Okay.
And that's an umbrella term for a bunch of things that happens in the film. It's about human connection, withdrawing, pain. Like, it is a really, really well-constructed film.
Wow, okay.
It's not a 6, but
what are you giving it? What do you give it? I don't know if you said on the reaction. I'll post it up soon. Thank you for doing
my
it.
initial reaction, I've had time to consider. So I think my initial reaction, I gave it a 4. It goes up to a 4.5.
Okay. Wow. Well, you've convinced me to watch it. It would be a theatre watch, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, 100%. This film will not translate well to the small screen.
Because the way it's shot, yes, we're talking about the actual formal mechanics of it, behooves us have to be seen at the cinema, definitely. Speaking of going to see stuff at the cinema, I'm going to go see Black Phone 2. I wasn't a fan of the first one. I thought about a rewatch, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't like it again.
Okay.
I just things did not connect, and I think Ethan Hawke's performance was a bit overrated.
It was a bit something.
Yeah. That said, I don't know if you've been following a lot, but I think I posted up the interview on our Facebook page with last podcast on the left's interview with Scott Derrickson, the director. They do great interviews with people of good horror directors, current people. Check out the Zach Crager one as well. It's really good. And Gore, if you're a fan. Gwar, if you're a fan. Yeah, Gwar, if you're a fan.
Yep.
Very Freddy Krueger. Scott Derrickson admits to it. Yep, absolutely. Part 3, Dream Warriors. Yes.
Yep.
In the snow, dark, like all the contained fears of stranger danger he was trying to convey, Derrickson, in the first one. Comes across more embodied with the Snatcher, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, conveys it much more strongly, it gives Derrickson himself chills. The gore, like the kill scenes, are meant to be out of this world.
Okay.
The snow in the phone booth, it's in the trailer. I'm not spoiling anything that's not out there. So it's piqued my interest to go see it, because all of this, you can, as you know, they're barren, lots of boxes are being ticked for me. They're the Freddy Krueger, the stark setting, that, a killer embodying fears to a point that gives you a shiver. Yeah, I'm keen. So I will be reacting to that one at the very least. Yeah.
Good.
I think that's it in terms of, that and plugs.
Look, I'll go first. I will always plug Act React Theatre, Improv Queensland. We've got a couple of shows coming up towards the end of the year that I'll be in. So just go to improvqueensland.com.au. You'll be able to buy tickets and stuff there. IFWG Publishing, and we've got Supernova coming up in just under a month here in Brisbane. There's a big reveal that they've just put in this week. Nearly all of the cast of Zombie Plane are going to be at Supernova.
Okay.
So I'm going to see what I can finagle out of that. But yes, it should be a lot of fun. What about you? What are your plugs?
Okay, it's October. Yes, happy October, happy Halloween. Also worth mentioning, it's very close to 100. It will be announced. Basically, the episodes that we have, I think we've got basically the 2 episodes we're tossing around with. One of them will land on 100. Yeah. So we're almost there after 2 years. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
They're children of popcorn, and yourself there, Baron. Most podcasts don't get this far.
No.
Yeah, not at all. So it's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. So October, Escape Manor. There's blackout to do all the rooms in the dark. We changed the themes up, and there's roving characters in the foyer. It is lit dramatically, shall we say, to go with Halloween. It's just a far more immersive, fun time. Yes.
Yep.
So if you're in Brisbane, if you're a fan of escape rooms, or if you're a fan of Escape Manor in general, come along again, or come and see us for the first time. Certainly that will be fun. Evil Corp, Friday, Saturday at the end. The last 2 weeks of October will be Friday and Saturday. The maze will be open. And when is the maze there, Baron? This Saturday, and just did a bit of, physical theatre, embodying terror and fear, and then doing a mantra. And instead of hiding, just right in people's faces, moving so they have to walk right past me. Terrified people. It was great. Good for the soul. Come and see us. I'll be in the maze. Yeah, that's all. And next up basically will be 99, then 100. Follow us along. You know what to do. And
push all the buttons, tick all those things.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll let you know. I think we're getting better at keeping it more there, Barry.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. It is good. and more people are watching along. Yeah, absolutely. And listening along because of it. So yeah.
Thank you, folks.
Absolutely. And see you again next year at the next 100.
Let me clear my throat!